Today on Us Weekly's reality recap, Ariana Madix makes it clear that she is not friends with Tom Schwartz. Plus, Below Deck Down Under's consent incident resulted in 2 firings. And Tom Sandoval makes a sex joke about Ariana. We've got that plus so much more on today's Us Weekly reality recap. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy DeCamp, and Tom Sandoval still continues to shock us.
Oh, just why?
Just why?
That's all I have to say about that story.
We'll
get to it in a minute, but just why?
Just why? All right, let's see what you guys had to say about last week's show. Terry says, I agree, Ariana's time will run out. She really has nothing to share. Oh man, harsh Terry.
Words. Molly Duran said, well, he got a job. She was referencing Tom Sandoval being on the new Special Forces show, so sure.
Yeah, and then Kendra says, so weird to finally have you two in the same room. I know, so much better. I know, we're so happy to be in the same room and to recap all of reality TV each and every week. Before we get into a lot of the big news this week, we have to talk about the Southern Charm trailer. Oh my God.
These editors deserve Emmys. It just gets better.
It does
or
get better.
Or at least it appears like it gets better, or they're really good editors.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Austin and Taylor of it all. Is this the next Scandoval?
It could be. I mean, I feel like they were like, all right, we're going to see your Scandoval and raise you, Taylor
I don't know if it's raised, but yeah.
Right, but this is, big news because Austin and Shep go way back. Shep and Taylor have been together forever, and it's so funny. We posted this when the rumors kind of came out. I asked Austin, back before BravoCon, would you ever cross the line with Taylor? Oh, no, that would, no bro code there.
Right.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good season. I'm ready.
It's going to be such a good season. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they hooked up.
I wouldn't be mad.
I feel like they're kind of a good match.
I feel like they are too, and I feel like Shep would eventually get over it.
For some reason, I feel like Shep wouldn't care.
I know,
and maybe
me too.
that's telling of his whole relationship with Taylor and why it didn't work out. But I feel like Shep would be like, go for it, man.
Go for it, yeah. No, I think initial shock, but then go for it. But, they've all dated each other in the past. Naomie dated
What's
Whitney.
The difference?
I guess Naomie's not coming back this season.
No.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really good season. We have some new cast members in the mix, too. I think it's going to be fun.
Me too.
All right, but can't wait. But before Southern Charm, we still have more Vanderpump because it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, so today's show is basically all about Vanderpump.
So totally. So Ariana may have to film with Tom Schwartz, but that doesn't mean she's his friend. So several Vanderpump cast members shared photos on August 5th of the group filming at Ariana and Kody's photo shop. There's something about her, and fans questioned whether Ariana was now on good terms with Schwartz because they were seated near each other. So one social media user in the comment section of the post of Queens of Bravo Instagram said, whole cast is missing Sandoval, and I thought Ariana said we can't be friends with Schwartz. Well, Ariana clapped back at the assumption that she forgave Schwartz for his involvement in Sandoval, saying, I'm not friends with Tom Schwartz, alongside a shrug emoji. So the co-stars have been on the outs since Scandoval broke, but they have been filming a lot together, and it's kind of impossible not to. So, it's interesting.
It's interesting because it's like they were at something about her, celebrating that soon opening. Who knows when it's going to be? They won't really reveal the date that it's opening, which is a whole other story. But it's weird to me because it's like, who is Tom Schwartz there for?
Sure, yeah.
Like, if he's not friends with Ariana, Kody is his ex, who I feel like they're not friends. Are they friends? I don't know. I mean, I love to see Tom Schwartz in the mix because I'm a fan of him, but I'm starting to believe, why is he there?
Well, where do you fit in this whole narrative now? And I feel like this upcoming season, because we still don't know if Raquel is coming back, and I mean, by the looks of it, it doesn't really seem like it since she's still in Arizona, but maybe it's how this kind of group kind of navigates back and figures out who's friends with who. And I mean, that's like the logical next step. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Schwartz fits into this, and if maybe he and Kody form some sort of friendship out of all of this.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Can you be friends with an ex-husband or ex-wife that closely when you're all in the same friend group for so many years?
So weird.
I guess it's obviously, situation based, but I don't know about them. All right, well, more Tom Sandoval news, and this is such an odd story, but we have to share it. He cracked a sex joke when asked about reports that he and his ex-girlfriend Ariana Madix refused to make eye contact during season 11 of Vanderpump Rules. Sandoval told TMZ he was leaving the Ziggy Hotel on August 3rd. He said, we don't really look at each other too often. We don't even look at each other when we have sex anymore. It's crazy.
God.
I just need to pause there for a second. Former co-star Billy Lee, who was walking behind him, started to giggle. Sandoval added that with a laugh, saying, obviously, I'm just kidding. In addition to shedding light on his current dynamic with Ariana, Sandoval reacted to his Special Forces co-star Nick Viall's recent claims that he snuck photos of him and Raquel onto set and showed them to the cast. Nick made the claims during his podcast files, and he noted that competitors were not allowed to bring certain items to the show's training process. Sandoval told TMZ that he definitely was not showing the photos as a badge of honor, noting that the quasi-military training series is very lonely. What? He continued, there's no phones, no nothing, but Nick's got a podcast to do. Although the TomTom co-founder and Raquel have taken a step back from their romance since the affair, Nick said on his podcast that Sandoval seemed to him like someone who had feelings and cared about Raquel.
I mean, the joke is just so distasteful. Like, why
so
even say something like that? It's disgusting.
Right.
Like, you're gross.
Disgusting.
And the whole Raquel thing, it seems, based on, he's in Los Angeles, she's in Arizona. Who knows if they talk or not, but it doesn't seem like there's any sort of relationship there now.
No.
I wonder what is going to happen next to Raquel. And Tom clearly is not in the friend group. He is filming with the group. So I wonder if, and Lala did say on her podcast that maybe there is room for forgiveness, which blows my mind that she would say that. But
blows my mind.
I just don't know where this goes from here. And I feel like Raquel's not coming back.
I feel like she's not either. I feel like they're almost done with the season at this point, and whatever the number is that she's asking for and the parameters that she's asking for, we don't know anything, but I imagine they're not coming to an agreement.
Almost good for her, though. You need to, this is not for you.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, not great for us.
Not great for us, but for somebody it seems like maybe she did do the work and being like, okay, this is not about the fame anymore. Yeah. This is about me, trying to better myself. And I think her not coming back really shows that. Yeah. But I would still like to see, even if they just film a confessional with her and just being like, here's an update. Don't even film the cast. Just sit down with her on camera.
Kind of like they did at the end of the reunion. Where it was just her and a producer one-on-one, and we got this real side of her.
Yeah, or if she wants to come in here, we have a beautiful new studio.
Please, Raquel, Rachel, whatever you want to be called, we will call you whatever you want. Please come in.
Please come in. All right, well, let's move on over to Below Deck. This is a huge story and getting a lot of attention. So Below Deck Down Under set an important precedent about consent following a tense back-to-back episodes, which resulted in 2 crew members being fired. So during the new episodes, which aired on August 7th, Luke Jones climbed into Margot Sisson's bed naked while she was passed out. It's incredible. It's so crazy to even watch that this happened. So Luke got angry after producers intervened, which concerned his fellow crew members. So Captain Jason stepped in and removed Luke from the boat for the night. He was ultimately fired the next day after Margot and Aisha Scott voiced their concerns about what could have happened. Jason told the crew during a meeting before Luke returned to pack up his stuff, "We had an incident last night, and I want to stress that this is a place where we respect each other. Our cabin is our safety zone. That door is our boundary. That door is not to be open unless it's consensual. To walk into someone else's room without consent, while indecent, is my limit." So later in the episode, Laura found herself at odds with her co-stars when she insisted to Margot multiple times that Luke wasn't to blame. So after Laura's decision to side with Luke was brought to Jason's attention, he also learned about her questionable behavior toward Adam. He told Laura, pack your bags, you need to go as well. So Jason told Laura, "Adam feels uncomfortable with some moments out with you, and he's tried to say no. You have not listened to him and his boundaries to be set. After my multiple speeches with the crew about boundaries and respect, did you not go to Margot and say, 'Poor Luke, I wish he had come in and seen me. You've disrespected exactly what I actually set out to do.'" I mean, the way that Jason handled this whole situation so swiftly and so respectfully to the people that were affected by this, I mean, kudos to him.
I love him even more now.
Yes, I do too.
I already loved him so much, but I love him even more now, just seeing how professional he was in this situation. I respect him and the producer who stepped in.
Yes, the producer. I mean, they acted so swiftly too.
Yes.
I mean, they were like, "You need to get out of this room." And the behavior that Luke was demonstrating is something that we really don't see on TV like this. I'm glad that they showed it, and I'm glad that they acted the way that they did. They really did.
Producers often get a bad rep on reality shows, and I'm not saying they're all the same. I'm sure there are some not great ones out there, but this guy really, they really came forward and helped out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were tweeting about the way that they acted. One user said that this should be mandatory viewing for everyone. Women should be allowed to be drunk without the fear of being harmed, and it's so true. It really is. So kudos to the Below Deck team, and like you said, Captain Jason, we just love him even more. Love him. Love.
I want to go on that boat with him.
Seriously, we're available. All right, time for our social spotlight of the week. Mine actually did go to the cast of Vanderpump because Tom was seen filming with them. They were doing like this water tasting. So they were seen and he's smiling. So it will be interesting if they welcome him back in. But yeah, he's still hanging with the group. I
am so curious with all these photos that keep coming out of the cast, and some of them he's in, and it does look cordial. Is it just for the photo, or are they being, are they welcoming him back? Yeah. I don't know. I'm dying to know.
So I can't wait.
Mine also goes to a Vanderpump Rules cast member, Chyna Shea. She posted this photo with Allie, James' girlfriend, and she just looks incredible.
She looks great.
I mean, they both do. Allie looks great too, but Chyna just stood out to me. I mean, she just had a baby not that long ago, and she is looking great.
Better than ever. Yeah. Really good. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of Reality Recap. Let us know in the comments if you think Tom is back in the friend group, your reaction to Below Deck, since that's such a big story. So keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
For more news content and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.